Hi there, everyone. Welcome to our Wix Higher Ed webinar. We're going to be getting started at just a couple minutes past the hour. So really great to see everybody flying in from the waiting room, and just sit tight and we'll get going here in a couple of minutes. Thanks, everybody. All right, everyone. Hello there. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Dr. Melanie Lowe. I work for the Wix Higher Education team, and I'm going to be facilitating our workshop today on how you can launch your business, your e-commerce venture, whatever manner it might be, with Wix.com. So couple of housekeeping things right at the top. I am recording this webinar. It's going to be posted to our Wix Higher Education YouTube channel. I will be sure to share that link with all of you in my follow-up email. Basically, all the stuff that you're going to be experiencing today, you're going to get a follow-up email tomorrow with all the resources that let you make it happen. So, we're going to be delving into a lot of really good information. And you're going to get a lot of resources at the end of this webinar. In addition to the recording, you will also receive a premium upgrade code that allows you to upgrade your site for free for 1 year. I'll go into that process kind of at the end, but just keep an eye on those inboxes tomorrow and you'll get all the follow-ups. Okay, awesome. Also, any questions, anything that you want me to talk more about, if you see a feature in Wix that you want me to explain more deeply, go ahead and feel free to drop your questions in the chat or in the Q&A. I'm pretty sure it looks like the chat's open. A few of you have said hi to me, which is very kind of you. Hello. So yeah, feel free. Again, any questions you have, just go ahead and let me know what you're thinking, what you would like to see. And awesome, Mary, you've tested my concept out, as did you, Erica. Appreciate you both. So chat's working, chat's going. Drop your questions in there, you guys, okay? And I think it's time for us to get this party started. So let's launch into our e-commerce webinar. Quick agenda for today, you guys. What are we going to be learning about? Basically, the first part of this webinar will focus on a bit of best practices. So I'm going to be kind of lecturing briefly on the ways in which you should go about planning your online business site with an eye toward tips and tricks that are geared toward generating sales. The purpose of an e-commerce website is generally pretty clear. So, that's to generate sales, have a successful business, all those good things. So we'll be using actual e-commerce websites that are built on Wix. People are selling there. They are, up and running, very successful businesses. And we'll use that to foreground these tips that I'm going to be sharing with you today. Then kind of the majority of our time together will be spent in a live demonstration. I'm going to take us into Wix.com. I'm going to show you how to go about selecting a template that works best for your business model, and then some general design things, just getting us oriented, and then how to build out your business using the various e-commerce applications and tools that Wix has to offer. So it's a tall order for today. We're going to be doing a lot. And so this is, a really exciting webinar for all of us to share. And hopefully at the end of it, you will feel empowered to go about and create your site. And then you'll be able to also apply for our Wix e-commerce certification opportunity. Really exciting new offering for you all that I will chat through when we get to the end. Okay. All right, everybody. Well, first things first, I kind of actually, we'll go back here just real quick. I went through that a little quickly. What we need to start with is basically this 3-step process that I want us to think about in terms of how you go about planning your site. So, there's tons of blogs, tons of videos out there, resources that teach you how to build your online business. I'm trying to break this down into the most accessible pieces for you. So these are the things that you should think about before you ever set foot on a website builder, and that the steps you can take before you go about building your site that will really set you up for success. Okay, first things first is defining your call to action. And I'm using this Wix e-commerce site, the Tiny Kitchen Candle Company, to identify this best practice. A website needs to immediately tell a site visitor what they should do. So this is just kind of like basic communication, but a website's an interactive medium. If you land on one and it's unclear like what you're supposed to do, like where you are, what this is about, you're not going to stay there very long. So what we need to do is when a site visitor, a potential customer, lands on our site, we tell them what to do. And that's with our call to action. The call to action is rooted in our goals for our business and how we want a site visitor to fulfill those goals for us, right? So again, it's an e-commerce website. Your goals, they should be very specific, but what do you want to do? Are you selling a product? Are you promoting a service? Do you want people to book with you? Do you want them to subscribe to your newsletter? You get the idea, right? Being very specific and intentional about your goal for your e-commerce website then drives the calls to action that structure a user's experience of your website. Okay, so one thing we see here with Tiny Kitchen Candle Company, they have lots of different calls to action. They function as buttons most of the time, but it's all directing us to shop, but it's to shop specific collections. So again, you'll have lots of different calls to action throughout your site, lots of different things you want to promote, features you want to draw customers' attention to. So these are just some ideas here, but they're action-driven. Strong verbs work best, right? So making sure we're really setting people up for success in that respect so that they can move through our site and fulfill our goals for us, right? Also, this site just looks really good, right? We're going to talk about branding and everything in a minute, but I just love the look of this. It's a brilliant brand, beautiful look and feel, really just appealing in all those good ways that we want it to be, when we're shopping somewhere online. Next up is organizing the site experience. So what this means is we really need to put ourselves in the position of our potential customer. How does a site visitor get from the homepage, for instance, to a product page? How can they view specific categories of products or collections? How does your booking system work if you're going that route, right? All of these different things that, again, are just asking us to be in the space of our visitor and to move through the site in the way that they would, because ease of navigation is directly correlated to customer conversion, i.e. whether or not they're going to spend money, right? So we want to set up a e-commerce experience that invites people in, that's engaging, compelling, but also easy, that it's very clear from point A to point B how I get from I'm looking at this thing to I want to buy this thing to I've bought this thing, right? And this company, Bonzi Babywear, really awesome company, but it illustrates this really well because they are a baby wear company, like they sell baby clothes, right? That's what they do. But they're also a very active presence in terms of like their engagement with their community. They have sort of this very large following on social media. They donate to and support neonatal intensive care units. So they've got a lot going on. Like they've got a blog, they've got customer stories, they've got all sorts of different things. So the site has a ton of content on it, in addition to the products they're trying to sell. And they do this excellent job of really curating the experience for a user. And again, just something for you to think through before you set foot on your website builder, before you get into Wix content. As e-commerce site creators, you guys, you will have a ton of content to get onto your site to manage. So it just kind of makes sense to have it all in one place, to try to be organized about it, maybe categorize things, and just to think through, again, how the content is facilitating a friendly and easy experience for your customer that then moves them to conversion, right? Some good tips there. Another really great website. Again, you guys in an email tomorrow are going to get this recording. You'll also get this slide deck so you can view all of these site examples on your own. There's even more Wix websites in here for inspiration. So it's a nice little jumping off point, I think. Finally, designing your site for sales. This is a biggie. And so exciting aspects of building an e-commerce website, it's this chance to bring your brand to life. You've done a ton of work articulating your vision, your identity, who you are, what you have to offer, what the brand personality is, and the e-commerce website gives you a chance to make that real, right? But also at the same time, we have to think through the fact that website design, bottom line, it affects whether or not somebody decides to become a paying customer. You have all experienced this, right? Like you want to buy something, say from like a local business, like you don't want to go to Amazon or whatever. It's like, yeah, I want to see, like, I want to buy something from this local business. If they have a great look and feel, great navigation, you're going to stick around. If they don't, that's a problem, right? So again, we want to think through how we are staying true to our brand and its identity and its values, while also ensuring that our site is welcoming, right? It's easy to navigate, it's visually appealing, all those good things. So yeah, this is just a great example of this. I love this brand, Sticky Lemon. They create, they started with backpacks for kids, but now they have like a whole line of clothing, accessories, like all sorts of fun stuff for kiddos. It's just the best. But like you can even tell from the product photography, like front and center, what is this brand, right? It's playful, it's, whimsical, it's rooted in, the experience of a child who would use these products, right? Another great thing that they do is their site is just full of product imagery and product videos, which are huge for conversion, especially if you're selling a physical product like this. So yeah, they just kind of capture that through all their different choices, whether it's colors, fonts, logo. Really designing your site, it all comes down to vibes. You guys, I know it's, from coming from me, this old person, that sounds silly, but it really is. It's about this kind of feeling that you create in people with your brand, right? So brings us to the end of our lecture portion, you guys. I'm just going to pause very quickly to check if we've got any questions here. And yes, so basically what I'm going to be walking us through now is the platform itself. And so we're going to get into how to sign up for Wix, how to go about building out your site. I see some questions about upgrading, which I'm happy to show that process really quick, as with our student educator discount codes. And so then what we'll also focus on is how you can leverage Wix's self-creator platform to build out your full brand online, right? So that's what we're going to get into right now. Very quickly, I like to do this. I think it's a good exercise for some of my students in the audience. You might have a very similar assignment to this semester where you've been given like a website brief, or you've had to think up a, business identity, that type of thing. How do you go about executing on that to build an e-commerce site for this business, right? So this is what we're going to be building today. We're building a site for Josie, who is a music major minoring in entrepreneurship. And what she's basically looking to do is take this tutoring business that she's just kind of done word of mouth for neighbors' kids, for friends' kids, etc. And she wants to level that up. She wants to make it an online business where clients can book with her, pay her through the website, view online lessons. Also she wants to be able to have like a selling option for e-commerce. So, recordings, videos, sheet music, all that good stuff, right? So she wants to do a lot here. Let's build a site for her in Wix. Okay. All right, everybody. So I'm going to exit us out of our presentation here and now take us over to wix.com. Excellent. So When you sign up for Wix, you're going to be prompted to enter your email and a password, right? And then you'll be taken through a kind of sign up funnel. So right now I'm going to, from my own Wix account, select to build with the Wix editor. You notice there's a difference here between Studio and Wix editor. Wix editor is our platform for self-creators. So these are folks that want an amazing, customizable, full website creation experience, but without needing to do things like code, for instance, and that sort of thing. The Wix editor is what we want to do. If you have, oh, and this is giving me fits earlier, so we're going to go back to here real quick. But if you have developer experience, or you have some computer science background, etc., Wix Studio might be a great option for you. It's our platform built for designers and for agencies. So if you have a little bit of a web design background, like I said, or development, you want to be able to really custom code in terms of your website creation experience, Wix Studio would be a great option too. If any of you are like thinking about that option, just let me know. You can let me know in the chat or via email after the session, and then I can set you up with some resources for building there. But today we're going to build in the Wix editor. And what we want to do is build with a template. So once you get through the Wix sign up process, you're going to be taken here to your site dashboard. This is your back office, like the nucleus of your business. We're going to be spending a ton of time in here once we add in our various business applications. So stay tuned. We're coming right back here very shortly. But for now, I just want to get some inspiration. I want to start, designing my site. And I want to do that with a template. So I'm going to click here, pick a template. Awesome. And so here we are. Truly a great strength of Wix are these designed templates. It gives you a solid layout for your business. And if you pick a business and services or online store template, you're going to have a lot of the applications you need already installed, which is awesome, right? So if we look at e-commerce, you see we've got, a template for pretty much anything you can think of, right? Fashion and clothing, jewelry, arts and crafts, wellness, all sorts of really fun things here. And then of course we can come in and we can preview any template by clicking the view button. So we click here. I just picked this t-shirt store one randomly, but then it's fully clickable. So you can preview what your product pages look like, collections, kind of see what the template gives you in terms of a layout and everything, and how the navigation works, So nice template here. Then we can, of course, go back. You can explore more. We have business and services, again, very specific to industry. So you can kind of think through what your business is and find a template along those lines. I could also come here and search. So for Josie, she's doing music. Let's see here, music teacher. Let's see what they got. Oh, here you go. All sorts of fun different things. So as you can see, like it varies, right, in terms of what's offered. So let's see here. I looked at this one earlier. Let's take a look. Oh, yes. And I like this one because there's basically nothing to it. So it's very minimal, which is just fine. But now we can take this website and basically add to it. And so I'm going to show you in the space of like the next 40 minutes how you can build your entire business in, again, a very short amount of time. So let's rock and roll. There's nothing like just making it happen. So I'm going to click edit this site, and then this will open my template in the Wix editor. Okay. Here we go. And again, you guys, please feel free to light up the chat. Any questions, any specific features you want to see, questions you have about certain aspects of e-commerce design, let me have it. That's what makes this fun and tailored to you guys and your interests, okay? First things first, AI content. So Wix has a lot of really robust AI tools built into its editor. I'm going to show you how to use them at different points in your site creation journey. We're just going to exit this one for now, just so we can get into the experience, right? So awesome, here we are. Let's take a quick tour so we understand the functionality, and then we're just going to start building, okay? So first things first, we have add elements. Left-hand side over here, you guys, I should just mention this. This is your command center. Everything you're going to add to your website lives over here. Add elements are those kind of like small singular things that just make up the website. It's the content, it's the look, it's the text. So text boxes, images, buttons, video and music, like all of the fun things that make the site what they are live over here. So this is what we're going to use to add to our site to build it out, right? Next up here, we have sections. Sections are how we build out the structure of a page. And I'm just going to say it right up the top. I love this way of building a website. Like, this is one of the best aspects of working in Wix, is using these sections. It solves for any issue of layout or design hierarchy, or you know how sometimes you're trying to put an image with like a text box and it won't work, or it's just giving you problems. You never have that when you're building in Wix with sections. So we're going to use this here in a second. But first things first, we need to take a look at pages. Because like I said, this is a pretty bare bones site, right? Like it doesn't have a whole lot going on, which is just fine. We can now actually use this to really build out our site. So let's add some pages in, okay? First things first, I want to go ahead. I've got a home page here. I think that I can, maybe use this and build it out a bit, but I'll give it a second. And maybe we need an about page, right? Want to maybe tell folks about ourselves or our team, our venture, like where it came from. And as you can see, these are also templated, right? So Wix really wants you to lean on its templates and how it provides structure for you. So let's go ahead and add this page here. All right, and so now we've got a nice about page. Go about adding in our content here. Let's go back to our home page and use it to illustrate a couple of other features. So for instance, we have our site design tab over here. And site design is what allows us to fully customize the look and feel of our website, right? So for those of us who, if we want like a really customized design experience, we can come here to our color theme. So this is if you have like very specific brand assets, like hex code colors, like that you want to upload, or RGBs or HSBs, you can do all of that right here, right? In addition, you can also upload your own fonts. So if we go back here, go to text theme, and then click. And all the way down here, you see upload fonts. And then you can just go ahead and upload the fonts here, okay? And actually, just give me 1 second, you guys. I'm going to be right back. I just have to. All right, folks, thank you so much. Sorry about that brief interruption. So again, you are able to have and integrate customized design assets into your Wix design panel here. So I've got all these fonts that I have for professional use. For those of us who, maybe are looking for a more streamlined solution for design, we come here to site design, again, our site design panel, and we select change theme. And so now what this allows us to do is we can pick from different featured themes that then change up the look and feel of our site with just one click. Oh, we will illustrate that we'll illustrate that shortly, but first things first, this is also something that might happen when you work with a template. Sometimes the template might have an image already set as the page background. So we come here, and it's just a design choice that certain folks make. It might be something that would work for your business too, if you wanted to have sort of an image that, you know, was on every page of your site as the background, but we don't really want that right now. We want to be able to build out the identity ourselves. So we're going to come here and select image. Well, actually, no, we could do that, but we're going to change this to a color. So I'm just going to, let's see here. We'll just build from blank. This way we can kind of like see what happens now a little bit more when we change our theme. So let's kind of click around and just see what happens. So you get the idea. It'll change, like, you know, the color palette as well as the fonts, etc. That's a little more dramatic, right? So again, something that fits your brand. Like, what's your brand's personality, your business's identity, all those good questions. We just want to think through that here for picking our theme, our featured theme that we want to work with. I think I'm going to work with cozy and comfortable for today. And let's come over here now. So we build out this homepage a little bit, you guys. So first of all, you can kind of see what the design looks like once we start doing that, but also see how nice it is to build with sections, right? So I'm going to just drop a couple of these, drag and drop onto the page real quick for you all. So Wix is known as a drag and drop website builder, and that means exactly what it says. So I'm going to add this nice big welcome hero strip. Maybe I want to add a nice about. Again, Josie's kind of using this for her business, but also for her kind of personal brand and all that good stuff. So maybe we need like a little story section here. Excellent. We'll keep the music here. You know, maybe she, like I said, she wants people to engage with her music and her recordings, etc. That's really good. So now let's just start building this out a little bit. So I'm going to come here, and when I double clicked on that, you guys, a couple of things appeared. So let's talk through this functionality. Every element in Wix is fully customizable. So that means that when you click on it, that means when you click on it, you're able to fully customize that element. So you can, you know, use you edit the text, generate text with AI, turn it into a link or a button, animate it, all sorts of good things, right? So let's come here and we'll type in Low in C major. That's her brand name. Maybe she's an LLC too. She'd be very enterprising if she was. That'd be great. And then a nice little text box. Hopefully this functionality looks pretty familiar. You know, most I feel like cloud-based applications, whether it's Canva or a Google product, whatever, they look like this nowadays. So hopefully this looks pretty familiar to you. But there we go. We got low in C major here. She would add a nice little brand statement or something. Let's talk about this. This wondrously bland dunescape that we've got back here. We got to change it up, you guys. Let's go ahead and change this background. And I'm going to select image. And what this is going to do is give us a couple of options, right? So we can either upload our media. And so this is our chance to upload all of our brand assets, our images, our videos, product files, Excel sheets, whatever it is, you guys, videos, all those good things. This is our chance to get those uploaded. So, you know, you can connect your Google Drive here, pull from other platforms, or upload from your computer, right? So a lot of good options there. An alternative, and something I just absolutely love, especially for my business owners, my e-commerce site creators, is media from Wix. This is our in-house media library where you are able to use images, illustrations, videos, all manner of visual assets to build out the brand, the look and feel of your site, which is amazing. So I just search something that's relevant to my business. And there we go. Looks pretty cool too. There's some of these are really nice. I like this one. I'll go ahead and put that in here. Change my background. You'll also note that I could do a video if I wanted. I did mention, videos, especially if you're selling a, physical product, they're really useful for conversion in e-commerce. So something to consider, people interacting with your product or people doing something with it. You get the idea, right? But yeah, so now look, this is already starting to look really, really good, right? So we've got our this section here. We then come here and add in our story, maybe a short value proposition. Oh, well, what's that first thing I told you, right? Calls to action. So this button gives us this chance to really articulate, what do I want my site visitor to do? So let's set this button up, right? Settings, what's she really looking to do? What's her business model? Well, she wants people to book lessons with her, right? So let's go ahead and we'll keep it simple. Book a lesson. Book a lesson now. You want it to be specific, but it's simple, but it works, right? And now we need to link it to something to make it functional. This is how you're going to do all of your calls to action, right? So, we could link this to a document. So, we could link this to some other web address. I have folks, that run their own beauty businesses, they're estheticians, etc. And a really popular platform for that is Vagaro. So they have it go to that external address where then they handle their booking. Another alternative is to use the Wix bookings app, which I'm going to show you how to install now. Once we do that, we'll also do our online stores app. So you get both e-commerce experiences with those applications. So here, it's like, well, I don't really have anywhere to link it to yet. So if I wanted to, I've shown you, you can add your pages from here. We can also click from here to add a new page. And so there's lots of different ways to add business applications to your site. And Wix is going to prompt you at kind of like every turn to do it in different ways. We could just do it from this pages area here. I want to show you, though, how to go to our Add Apps panel and search for it. So I'm going to take us here. And again, from our left-hand command center, Add Apps, we click here. And I'm going to pause us here, guys, just to check. I see some activity in the chat now that my helpful personal assistant has left the room. Oh, Alexian, a great question in the Q&A, guys. Is it possible to combine Figma with Wix? Love this question. You can do this if you work in the Wix Studio platform, Alex. So that was the one I was talking about a little bit earlier. It's our platform for designers and agencies. I'll come here and just open up a link to it like real quick for you guys so you can explore. And it's just going to take me to my Wix site. So I'll just find a good little homepage for you all. Wix Studio Academy. And so what you can do when you work in Wix Studio is you can upload your Figma files to Wix Studio, which is incredible. Canva and Wix do not integrate yet. It's an excellent question. It's something that, we wish that they could, but no, we do not yet have an integration where you can take something you make in Canva and like port it into Wix. We just don't have that connectivity yet. Good question, though. I like it. All right, guys. And so I'm just going to check our chat again here really quick. Yes, to see any payment processing pages. Great question, Chris. We're going to get into that here once we add our applications in. And yes, I see that some folks would like to see the e-commerce certification stuff reposted 100%. I will do that shortly. And so here, let me also add just the link here to Wix Studio. For any of those, like I said, that have more of a design or development background and want that, again, like highly customizable experience, it's a responsive platform, etc. You can do that in Wix Studio. So it'll give you a sense of what's there. All right, everybody. So now let's add in some applications to our site to really show the e-commerce tools at your potential within Wix. Okay, so what we wanted to add first was bookings, right? And again, if you have a specific like business integration, you can search for it here. It is an app market. So some of these are Wix specific apps, some of them are not. Some of them are free to install, some of them require payment or a subscription. Okay, so just something to keep in mind when you're in here doing it. Wix Business Solutions, really awesome. They're really souped up in terms of their e-commerce capabilities, and they are free for you to install. And with the premium codes you're going to get today, you will have the ability to operate your business at that premium business plan level with these applications. Okay, so just something to keep in mind. So where is bookings? All the way down here. So we're going to add this in. Awesome. We click add to site. It's going to add it. Beautiful. And now our My Business tab will open again over here in my left-hand command center. And it's got to add a couple other things here real quick. And here we go. So now what this has created is a sort of templated bookings page. So this will like look the same across your site. You'll create different categories, or different services. They'll each have their own page and they'll all kind of look like this. You have some minor design capabilities here. Like you can come into settings and change up some stuff of how things look. Like you can do layouts. So different things here, different things with display and design. So that's how you change the kind of general look and feel of this functionality, right? But all of these pages have relatively the same structure. What we need to do is get in here and add some services. And to do that, we select Manage Services. And so, like I said kind of earlier, this is now going to take us into our site dashboard, our business back office. This is where we run our businesses in Wix, regardless of what we're offering, right? So as you can see, the Wix apps, particularly the business apps, are very directive. They're going to give you like lots of templated options for creating your services, for setting up your products, etc. So here you see we have appointment, class, and course, right? Depending on your like bookings model or sessions or whatever. So yeah, and some, again, they're templated. So some might work for you, some might not. For us, we're just doing kind of an appointment based, it's tutoring. So it's just like individual lessons. So we'll come here, we'll just start from scratch. And now we're going to set up our first service. So we'll say music lesson, ages 7 to 9 for, children. Fill in the blanks, you guys. Create a little tagline, a description of your service. How long is it, etc. Is there a buffer? As someone who lives in the world and has back-to-back calls some days, always create a buffer. Even if it's just 10 minutes, it's not a bad idea just to save your own sanity as you're planning out the calendar of your day. Create a little image here. So come in here, find something fun. Yes, piano. No, not my site files. I need my media for Wix. And again, all free for you to use, you guys, within the Wix platform. It's just something that's a really great resource for my folks. And oh, perfect. Here we go. That looks great. Nice. Now here's a really fun tool for you, my guys here, especially my e-commerce site creators, because you have, like I said, so much content to generate. The AI text creator in Wix. It works great. And it's brilliant because you also don't have to leave the platform to go to some alternative AI text creator. You can work in Wix, tell it, hey, I just want a short description of my tutoring services, like the method I use, etc., etc. So we'll just say, a short, here we go. What would you like customers to know? This lesson focuses on the fundamentals of sight reading and basic music theory for children who are beginners at the piano. See, that was terrible. Let's not just be thinking off the top of my head, but let's see what the AI helps us out with. And here you go. So again, like it's going to give you 3 options in different tones. So this is professional. This is enthusiastic, which doesn't really seem like, but that's okay. And informative. I like it. I like this one. You can refine it, you could do, but then we just click use text and in it goes, right? And so some things, you know, always to edit. So this lesson offers blah, blah, blah. But look at that. Very nice. Now we come here, again, fill in the blanks, price and payment. How much do people pay? You know, is it a fixed price? Do we have varied pricing? Do you have plans, etc.? So all those different structures of your business and your business model, you can then put it into here. So we'll say, you know, oh, Josie's reasonably priced, $35 per lesson. Locations. So for this one, you know, if it's a physical, if it's video conferencing, you get the idea, right, guys? So I'll put in here. Oh, well, I will do that. Save and continue. It's a useful reminder to every now and then just go ahead and, you know, click save. It auto saves too, but, you know, it doesn't hurt. So business location, add. All right, and then we'll do, oh, you know, you do your address, etc., save changes, and then your location would be there, but you also have the video conferencing option just so you can see how that works. And yeah, then if you're working, if you're building for like a team, you know, or if there's different, you know, staff members, you can add in their availability, allow people to pick who they book with, all of those good things. But then we just go ahead and we click save. Awesome. And now we've set up our first business. So now Wix is prompting us. It's saying, hey, you're building a business. That's awesome. You should upgrade. And the reason for this is to be able to accept online payments, you have to be on a premium plan, right? So let's do payments first. I'll show you how to connect those, and then I'll walk you through the upgrade process. Okay, guys? So let's do that first. Yes, I will come back and do this. So again, you just go through, you know, set up your hours. You can also follow these recommendations. They're very helpful, like I said, very targeted for my business owners. And so you just go ahead and add in all your services here. And so now let's go to our menu over here to getting paid. And we click. This is as good a call to action as any, right? Getting paid. Yes, that's what we want. And so now we want to connect our payment methods. Lots of different ways to do it. So you can request payments, send an invoice, or, you know, a pay link. If you do in-person selling, you can connect to POS systems. You just have to set that up here. But what we want to do is be able to set up online payments. So we're going to connect payment method. And now, you know, you confirm where your location is. And then you connect all the things that you want to be able to do. So like I said, if you're doing, you know, cash, check, connect this, follow the steps, PayPal and Venmo, connect here. Let's just do the credit cards real quick. First, Wix must make sure we're not doing anything untoward. So, no, we're just trying to start a tutoring business. Awesome. And then you turn on all the ones that you want, leave off the ones you don't. Continue. Give it a second. And now it says, hooray, you did it. That's great. Now let's upgrade this site. Okay. So sounds good. We're going to come here, click upgrade. And so from here, you guys, this is illustrating the upgrade process for you. Like I said, you're going to be receiving your premium codes tomorrow via email from me that will allow you to upgrade your website. And so you can pick from the business, the core, or the light plans for your upgrade. I recommend you all do business. It's going to give you the most tools, the most bang for your buck, accept payments. You've got a really robust marketing suite. You can add in collaborators if you need them. Okay, so we'll go here and select. Make sure that we select yearly plans, right? Because it is for a 1-year premium. Continue. We need to come here and enter our payment information. So Wix will require a credit card to be able to activate the premium. Then you come over here, you enter your promo code. Let's see if I copy and pasted this. I doubt I did. No, I didn't. You will enter your promo code here. Again, you're going to receive it tomorrow, and you click submit purchase. And when you enter your promo code, this will go to 0. So that's nice, right? So again, that's just the process for upgrading. Okay, so again, just keep that in mind. I want to show you a few more things because I see some questions about some business functionality, but at the very end, I can also show us how to turn off the auto renew. Okay, so that at the end of your first year, if you want to keep your premium, awesome, that's great. You can keep going. If you would rather downgrade to a different plan or, can't forego premium altogether, I will show you how to set it up so that your site does not automatically renew at 1 year. Okay, so just keep me on my toes. If we have like 2 minutes at the end, I'll be able to show that to you. Okay, so from Marshall, for example, if I'm tutoring, is there a tax involved? So yes, very good question, Marshall, regarding taxes and things. So this is something where, I always say, like, consult with a tax professional about certain things regarding, taxes for your business, etc. But once you have all of that information, you can then set that up here in Wix. So let's kind of go over to, I always forget where they put it. Let's go to setup. Not here. Marketing, inbox, site, and app. Well, another good thing to look at here, maybe it's settings, but if you ever can't find something in Wix, which even though I spend all day on here, can be often for me. Oh, here we go. So it's finance and payments. So then this is where you can set up, various payment methods, but also taxes for your business. So you can automate this process in Wix to just kind of make sure like everything's on the up and up. You can connect to Avalara with your upgraded plan. And this then kind of like automates your tax stuff for you, which is really cool. I love it. You can also set it up manually. So, help me set up. And our little Wix AI assistant appears over here. Thank you, friend. You can message it, but you can also then come here, add locations to set it up, do all those things, right? So it's in settings for you to be able to access that and set up the tax sort of structure for your business, right? And again, if you upgrade, you are able to connect to Avalara, which will allow you to then have that more automated assistance, right? Awesome. And let me make sure I see some things in the Q&A. Oh, good question here. Let's see, move this out of here. Oh, and now we have a question about physical merchandise. So let's demo the Wix Stores app very quickly, you guys. Its functionality is very similar to bookings, but I just want to show you how to get that set up. Because again, in most cases, we're either selling a physical product or we're booking, services and doing that sort of thing. So, but now you see, here's my music lesson, right? Appeared right here. So then I would, add all of them in, design out this page a bit. Let's now go back to my ad apps. And now in this case for physical products or digital products, but, slightly different functionality here, we want Wix Stores. And hopefully too, for my folks that maybe have a different model, like if it's, the food industry, hospitality, events, Wix really does have an app for you. So, you can explore these. I'll also post some links to some video tutorials and learning resources for some of these different apps if they are of interest to you. But for us, we're going to do now install Wix stores and get this all set up. Add to site, please. All right. Okay, and just like before, it has this templated page that basically just has filler on it right now, right? So what we need to do, our My Business tab has opened. We need to follow the prompts and go ahead and add in our products. We'd also define shipping regions, all those good things. So let's go ahead and select add a product. And you can see this this menu has gotten significantly bigger, right? Now that we've added in our bookings app as well as our online stores app. So this is where, again, as a business owner, you spend most of your time kind of setting things up, inventory, you know, all of those good things. That all happens in this back office. So like I said, these are all filler, right? It's templates within a template. Basically, you would select all of this and just delete it. Right? I'm going to leave them here just to have the effect of like a full online store. So you kind of have the idea of what this looks like. But now it's going to ask, you know, it's going to say, hey, here's all this stuff you can do. So we want to go ahead and add products. Product. It's going to ask, is it digital? Is it physical? Just kind of a minor difference of setting up stuff. Let's say a physical product. And let's say that Josie has merch, right? Maybe she has like stickers or, you know, t-shirts. I don't know. Everyone has merch these days, right? Let's go ahead and we'll say low in C major stickers. You add in, this is where you can add in your videos and your images. So all of your assets that, you know, illustrate your products and everything. Let's come here. I have no idea what will appear when I type this, but stickers. All sorts of fun stuff. Isn't that cute? There we go. So we'll just go with that. Add to page. Cool. And then we go ahead. Same thing, fill in the blank, right? You know, if you've got a ribbon, like, you know, spring collection or limited stock, like whatever. The ribbons are also a call to action. You're kind of getting people's attention, right? And then same thing, a description. So you could use your AI friend. You might already have your product descriptions all ready to go. Just copy and paste it right there. And then we have additional info sections. So things like return policy, care instructions, you know, what do your customers need to know, right? And what info do you want to provide them? Now we've got some pricing. There's stickers. We can be reasonable here. There we go. Is it on sale? Price per unit? Some, you know, tracking things for your business. Maybe you want to be able to have this, you know, integrated in Wix so you can track this data. Then we have product options, size and color, right? So you come in here or weight, you know, depending on what you're selling. So we'll do size. And it's, you know, drop down, small, medium, large, other things. Same thing with color, right? And then you can come in and select everything, right? Right. Add all. Oh, there you go. Perfect. And then you can also have variant specific types of things that you can enter here, track inventory. You get the idea, right, you guys? All of these details about your products, you're able to put in here to, you know, make sure that you're tracking your inventory properly, etc. You can also then do some things like that are linked to a specific product in marketing, like coupons, all those fun things. Let's go ahead and save this. Now, again, very directive, right? It's telling you like, hey, do some things with this. I'll show you guys these tools here shortly. Let's exit out. And now we've added our product. Let's go to our online store page and take a look. And there it is, right? And now you have the ability to manage your products in different ways. You can create collections, which allows you to group your products. You can feature a specific collection on your homepage to have a collection-driven homepage experience. So I'm only touching the surface of literally what you can do in Wix with your online stores thing. But, in the slide deck you're going to receive, I'll also include tutorials from our e-commerce online learning course. So you can go a bit deeper as you continue to build. Okay. So, that kind of gets us through the basics, you guys. I know we only just scratched the surface of all the things that we could do here, but really what you'd want to do then is come back to your home page. And now, maybe we want to add a section that features either one of our products or some of our services that gets people, actually booking from the homepage. So here, we'll kind of do it this way, add in a nice section there, but you get the idea, right? Wow, look at how good that looks now, So hopefully it's clear enough of how you can come in here and customize these elements. I do see a really good question about coding in the Wix editor itself, which you can do. So you come up here to the top and you click on Dev Mode. Dev Mode allows you to basically add your own JavaScript code into Wix. You turn it on and it opens up your panel. So you can go in and add custom code to kind of create more bespoke experiences in your site, right? So again, for my folks that have some of this knowledge, some coding experience, a really cool functionality for you all is our Wix developer mode. And then, if you want to turn it off, just easy to turn off right here. So you can kind of just go back to the more, self-creator drag and drop experience. Awesome. Well, you guys, I know that I had to go quickly. I really appreciate your questions, your attention. There will be more sessions. So tomorrow we're having our launch your website with Wix. This is kind of our more generalized session. We're also going to introduce the concept of portfolio websites alongside business websites. So you're welcome to attend that one tomorrow if you're interested in portfolios. If you want to ask some questions that maybe you didn't get time to ask today. And I will say too, that webinar will also feature a lot more of the kind of like design functionality, right? So if you just want to see more about building with sections, if you want to see more about, adding fun stuff into your site for look and feel, that's something that, you want to attend. So some final questions I see here. First of all, I am going to put a link or a file in our chat, because now that you've all attended this webinar, you are eligible to apply for our Wix e-commerce certification. This is a brand new certification. We just launched it this literally like 3 weeks ago, where by attending this webinar and then completing the assignments in this assignment packet that I've just shared with you, you are able to earn our e-commerce industry accredited certification. Put it on your LinkedIn, share it with your network, let everybody know that you have this very in-depth digital skills. You can build a website for a business. You can build a website for, anybody that asks you to, right? An amazing, amazing value add. And so I really hope that you all take advantage of this. Again, I'll make sure you have the resources and full information in your follow-up email. But you're already doing all this work, you guys, you're taking these courses, you're launching your own businesses, you have all these ventures going. I want to incentivize your experience with Wix. And I think our e-commerce certification is one way for us to do that. So, you're doing the work. We want you to be recognized for it. All right, you guys. Well, again, thank you so much. I see some final questions, so I'll go in and kind of answer those for folks that can hang around for a minute or two. But otherwise, keep an eye on your inboxes. I will be following up tomorrow with your premium upgrade code, this slide deck, as well as a link to this recording, which we will upload to our YouTube channel. Okay, guys. All right. Thank you all so much. I had so much fun with y'all, and happy site building. I appreciate you. Thank you. Vienna, hello there. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me see, guys. I'm going to make sure I get to these questions from Marshall. Yes, so you're building a website with collaborators. Very good. Excellent. Yes, so the account owner, Marshall, is kind of the default person for like all of the technical aspects of Wix. Let's go in here and I'll kind of show you how you set this up. Where's my dashboard? So when you invite your collaborators to your site, this is going to take a second, but you can assign them roles as well. So there's different roles within Wix. So you can have people that are in charge of site design. You can have people that are your business managers, project managers, and then it kind of just changes levels of access. So if we look here, you know, you come here to invite your collaborators, you enter their emails, etc. And then here you have different roles. And so there's also roles for things like billing, etc. But to your point, the site owner, who is then kind of the business owner, is the one responsible for making sure that the tax is set up in the appropriate way. Good question. Oh, thank you all. You are very kind. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Anything left in the Q&A? That's awesome. And so a good question about the future webinars. They will basically cover this same content, Alexa Vian. Very good question though, where we'll have folks that are new. So this will basically be like the same version of this webinar, showing the same functionality. But what I'll make sure of is that in your post-workshop resources, you have access, like I said, to our more advanced e-commerce courses that we have hosted on YouTube. So then you'll be able to get kind of more in-depth training opportunities from there. Okay. All right. Excellent, everybody. Thank you so much. See a few of us still hanging out. So if we have further questions, that's amazing. Happy to answer those. And yes, final question from Marshall, very good one. Your upgrade code will apply to the business, the core, or the light plans. The business premium plan is our basically kind of most extensive plan for our student business owners. So that's the one that you want to use to upgrade your site so that you have the fullest e-commerce availabilities possible. And the difference between that and Wix Studio is that Wix Studio is a completely different platform. So what we've been working in today is the Wix editor. And the codes that you get will work for any site built on the Wix editor platform. If you choose to work in Wix Studio to build your website, just let me know, and then I will get you an upgrade code that is specific to Wix Studio. But because they are two different platforms, we have sort of two different plan structures for the two. A good question. Excellent. All right, let me make sure. Any other questions, folks? Anything else I can help you all with? All right, wonderful. Well, I'll hang around for another minute or two, just in case there's anything. We can stop share. But let's see, Q&A. And yes, you guys, again, you'll be getting an email from me tomorrow. So you will have my email address. It will also be in the slide deck that you receive. So if you have specific questions, whether it's about getting started in Wix Studio, questions about your premium, etc., you will have a direct link to me via email. So again, just keep your eyes on those inboxes and you will see something from me by tomorrow. Okay. Excellent. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for your time today. Again, happy site creation with Wix, everyone. Take care, and hopefully we'll see you at more webinars. Thanks, everybody. Bye.